Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana, and we're here today with special guest, Paula Vail, who's here to share with us her book, Why Am I So Happy? The Signs of True Success is a Happy Heart. So can you be happy in your life, regardless what's going on? Well, today's guest is going to share with us how to do just that. So Paula Vail is the owner and founder of Wellness Inspired and Wellness Inspired Publishing. She's the TV and radio show host of the show Elevating Your Life with Paula Vail, and her book, Why Am I So Happy, was awarded the Bronze Medal in Self-Help by Global Book Awards. She is also a co-author of the book America's Leading Ladies Who Positively Impact Our World, along with Oprah Winfrey and others. She is an inspirational speaker and prior restaurant owner. Paula is a Reiki master and teacher who has a sincere passion to serve, inspire, and support others. So welcome to the show, Paula Vail.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am honored and thrilled.
Oh my goodness. Well, what an honor it is to have you here. And we've got so many great things. I mean, my goodness, you are like a Renaissance woman. You have so many wonderful gifts and talents within yourself as a person. But I guess the best place to start is your book. Why Am I So Happy? What inspired you to write that?
Well, for 27 years, I worked in a restaurant. I began working there in college, and then I managed it, and then I bought it. And I loved serving my customers, working with the staff. I just loved it. And it always put a smile on my face. And I would have customers sometimes say, "Why are you so happy? Your life must be perfect." My life wasn't perfect. I had several difficult challenges. But those challenges actually, made me more grateful for the good in my life. And it set me down different paths. And so I had ever since high school in English class, I said, someday I'm going to write a book. So finally at 60 years old, I said, I'm going to write a book. And that's where I got the title. And I share some of my experiences in the book and perceptions and what it taught me. And it's just, I'm so happy I did it. And then to have it win awards, it was given the gold medal by the Global Book Association. And I will share right now, a film company is interested in doing a film. I mean, it's just, what one little thing we can do and put our heart into, what it can open up, and we can do it. It can take a long time, but we can do it.
Well, I'm not surprised. I loved your book. I thought it's such a great read. Oh my goodness, yes. And for our listeners, what message do you want them to take away from your book?
That, we all have challenges. You're not alone. You are loved. You are love. I'm a big fan of the angels. I know the angels are with us all the time. And just know that you're not alone. You're loved. You can get through what you're getting through. And also take the time to give yourself things that make you happy. It can be a song that you enjoy, music. It can be making muffins. It can be working in your yard or being artistic. Those are things I talk about in the book. Giving ourselves our own happiness triggers. We all have those. So even though we may have challenges we have to deal with, I mean, really, what can we do when it's out of our control? We can just look at it, decide what we can do with the situation, and then accept it and move on. But in the meantime, in life, take the time to give yourselves things. Give yourself what makes you happy, things you enjoy. We can get so busy with life we forget to do that. It can be stepping outside and looking at a beautiful sunset. Whatever it is for you, there's things that we can do to just have a beautiful moment in the day.
Well, Paula, I've known you for some time, and I know how highly gifted you are, especially as a Reiki master and teacher. How has your journey to becoming a Reiki master and teacher shaped your life and also your understanding of happiness and well being?
It has been a huge effect on me. This year, I have been practicing Reiki for 25 years. And I learned it because I had a beloved dog, a pet that was very ill, and someone said, "You should learn Reiki." I researched it, I learned it. I got my master training in Machu Picchu, but it helped my dog so much. And what I have seen and experienced in sharing Reiki and teaching it with to my clients, I have clients that bring in their pets. I mean, what I have seen and experienced with Reiki over the years has been just life-changing. And I'm at a point where I say Reiki is beyond words. It is so wonderful. It's very scientifically based. There's a lot of scientifics backing it up. It's been proven that it actually boosts our immune system. So I am just so grateful that 25 years ago, someone mentioned that to me, and I was able to learn about this beautiful modality and become a teacher. And it's a great honor. I have taught people from around the world. I've taught people in Washington, Mexico, Sedona. It really is a wonderful, wonderful gift for anyone that wants to explore it.
Do you still practice Reiki with clients today?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just imagine the time you spend doing that, just what a gift that is. And are you able to work with somebody at a distance?
Yes, you can send long distance Reiki, and it actually is very powerful. Reiki is not complicated. It's actually very simple. You can send someone long distance Reiki. And here's an example. Many years ago, a friend who had a relative that lived in Perth, Australia, asked me to send that person long distance Reiki. She was diagnosed with fourth-stage cancer. And so she received Reiki from me. She went through treatment and all of that. And anyway, she's cancer free now, has been for years. But she actually flew from Australia to Seattle to come meet me and take a Reiki class from me. And we became good friends. I have seen so much with long distance. And here's a fun one. I had a friend that was with a relative in, I believe it was the country of Jordan. And she said, this relative keeps getting headaches at night and it's horrible. Will you please send him some long distance Reiki? So one morning I sat down and I did. And I got an email from her. And she said, did you send him some Reiki? I said, yes, I did. And she said, what time? And I told her. And she said, oh my gosh, his head was hurting. He went to bed and then it stopped hurting. And it was at the time he received the Reiki. So
Oh
I
my
have a lot of
goodness.
fun stories from the years. Yeah, it is a wonderful thing that we can do long distance Reiki.
What a gift that is to be able to do that and to help people who need assistance because we all need a little help. We all need a hand up.
Yes, yes. And Reiki is love and just positive energy, and it's it really is a wonderful thing. I just love it.
I know that you often emphasize the importance of gratitude. Why is that so important and how has gratitude transformed your life?
Oh, Gratitude has made a big difference in my life. From the very beginning, I was born a premature baby. I was less than 3 pounds. The doctors told my parents that they shouldn't expect me to survive the night. And here I am. So my whole life has been, I'm grateful for life. You know, uh, I was meant to be here. God wanted me to be here, and I'm going to be grateful. So I have always had a gratitude attitude. And for a long time, I think most of my life, I have started my day thinking about one thing I'm grateful for. Even if we can come up with one thing, maybe something as simple as food in our refrigerator. When you set that tone of gratitude, that affects your whole day. And when you're grateful, it also affects the energy that you vibration level that you're in. And that actually brings more into your life to manifest and be grateful for. The energy we put out really attracts what we bring into our lives. I really believe that. And gratitude is something very, very special to me and something I value.
I know that you mentioned about how, and you talked about this a little bit earlier, how happiness is a choice. I'd love for you to expand on that for our listeners, because I think a lot of times, especially during challenging times, and you talked about that, even, you're happy and people think everything's perfect, but, you still have challenges too. How do people transcend the challenges that they have?
That's a great question. It is, and it can be a challenge. But the choice is, I believe, the direction we focus, the direction we look. We can have like something in my life that really, really affected me. When I was 17, my dear, dear, precious uncle, Ernie, passed away suddenly. And it I he was so special to me. He helped me through challenges in my life, being bullied in school. And I was so angry. I actually almost committed suicide. I was so upset. But then I realized, am I going to be so angry because of his passing? Or I'm going to be grateful I had him in my life. And so I chose to be grateful that I had this beautiful person in my life. And it totally changed it. So, making that choice, it's really just what we want to focus on, because it really, there's two sides. There's the difficult and the challenges and the things that upset us. And there's the manifestations, the joy, the things that we enjoy, the things we love, and the things that are precious to us. So really the choice is, what direction am I going to look? What am I going to choose to feel right now? Because right now, what we look at, what we feel, what we choose to focus on, that's a choice we make every day. Every day we make that choice. And that's actually very exciting and very wonderful that we have that choice. No one else can choose that for us. We have that choice. And that actually is something really exciting and really, really special. That's something to be grateful for.
Well, on that note, we're going to pause here for a quick break. We've been speaking with Paula Vail in regards to her book, Why Am I So Happy? The Sign of True Success is a Happy Heart. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
Are you an author, speaker, or expert who is looking for more publicity? Visit radioguestlist.com and sign up for free interview requests from shows looking for guests. Radio Guest List is the #1 free booking resource for radio, podcasts, and TV talk shows who are looking for experts like you right now. Visit radioguestlist.com and sign up today to get the visibility you deserve.
There comes a moment when you realize you're somewhere special. When you discover that each beautiful creature that you see has been rescued from a life of absolute horror and brought to this incredibly free place. Here's where their lives were forever changed and where yours will as well. Discover over 500 tigers, bears, and lions at the brand new visitor center at the Wild Animal Sanctuary just outside Denver. For more information, visit wildanimalsanctuary.org. Discover true freedom at the Wild Animal Sanctuary.
It's one thing to become attached to your perfect home, but what do you do when that home becomes attached to you? A family in dire need of a fresh start, a mysterious house tied to the past. Buried deep within the foundation of the old Far Hill Manor lies a centuries-old secret. Dark forces or something stronger just waiting to be discovered. Caretaker, a supernatural thriller by breakout authors R.J. Halpert.
Internationally recognized and award-winning author Judy Goodman works and teaches outside the box of limited thinking. Working with people from every walk of life, her goal is to empower you to be the best you can be, no matter what the challenge is. Born with the gift of seeing beyond our normal vision, she has an extraordinary gift of working with every challenge. Teaching beyond conventional wisdom, her work is described as life-changing. Visit judygoodman.com. That's judygoodman.com.
I'd like to thank Jason Eastwood at Guitarfulness for sharing his inspiring music and talent with us. His music is known worldwide for cultivating atmospheres of harmony, inner peace, and clarity. Visit Jason's website at guitarfulness.com. Join his newsletter, be part of his community, and download his music. Welcome back to Moments with Marianne. We're here today with special guest Paula Vail, and she's here sharing with us her book, Why Am I So Happy? The Sign of True Success is a Happy Heart. I know that you've described and you actually coined the term of having a server's heart. What is that? And can you share that with our listeners?
That is something I really felt when I, started in my restaurant business. And I even worked at a different restaurant in the beginning of college. And I fell in love with serving people and helping others. And it even goes before that. I loved sharing a compliment or a nice gesture, maybe holding a door for someone. And so I kind of came to realize and tell myself, I have a server's heart. I love that. I'm going to celebrate that. That's when we do for others, when we do for animals, the planet, any act of kindness and caring, even though we are giving to someone else, we receive back the joy and happiness that can give to us. Having a server's heart, it's not a one-way deal where it's just you giving out. You are receiving, the joy and happiness that you can receive and feel in serving others and making a difference in other lives. Like, look at a smile. A smile can change the energy in a room. I can be in like a Walgreens or a grocery store and I hear a song I like and I'm dancing, people might look at me and go, oh yeah, and it puts a smile on their face. We energetically, our energetic energy affects others and it can positively. And, that's I think part of having a server's heart. Just feeling good and helping others feel good, even though your life may not be perfect.
How has your experience as a restaurant owner influenced your perspective on service and leadership and just life in general?
Oh, a lot, boy. Um, so much I went through running the restaurant and then the process of buying it and the people I met and helping them. It and it also gave me a great passion for business owners, entrepreneurs, people out there working hard, striving, and to do their job, to serve others, others becoming a business owner. And I'm just passionate about helping others and entrepreneurs and business owners. And it really taught me a lot. I used to say, everyone should work in a restaurant. We learn so much. You learn if the restaurant's busy, if it's slow, working under pressure. You learn dealing with the public. Someone, there could be a customer that comes in and they may be going through challenges, maybe having a bad day, and they may just be looking for something to complain about, because they're stressed. And I never got agitated with something like that. For me, it was a challenge to put a smile on their face, to help them feel better. And I would see the success of that a lot. And that just really did a lot for my heart as well. But I have great compassion for people that work in the public service business because they are serving others, and I just really celebrate them.
Well, it's easy to see how your Reiki, being a master Reiki practitioner, also goes hand in hand with that. I mean, what do you love most about being a class instructor?
Opening that door to the modality of Reiki for others is just beyond words wonderful. And what I've experienced over the years in teaching it to others, and then, we stay in touch. I see what it does for them and how, it affects their lives. I see it as a really special honor, a great honor to teach it, and a responsibility to teach it, ethically and respectful of Yusui. Yusui Reiki is what I teach. And it's just a really beautiful, great honor. And my opinion is the more Reiki in the world, the better. It's just a beautiful, beautiful modality. And it's exciting because now it's being accepted in a lot of hospitals. And it's just becoming more and more well known.
Well, I understand that you have co-authored some just remarkable books with some remarkable people like Oprah Winfrey. And I'd love for you to share about that with us.
Yes. Several years ago, I was reached out to co-author a book with Oprah Winfrey, Deepak Chopra's daughter, Melinda Gates, all different others. And it was women making a positive difference in the world is basically what the book was about. And that was really a great honor. And since then, I've been a co-author in about 3 other books, 3 or 4. And that's really exciting. And whenever I'm approached for something like that, I'm just really honored and happy to contribute my chapter in the book. It's really a beautiful thing.
It's always nice to rub elbows with those type of people, though.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my goodness. And I know earlier you talked about how your book received a bronze medal in self-help from the Global Book Awards. I mean, how has that impacted your career and your personal mission?
Oh, it really opened up the reach of my book. And it was 1 year bronze, the next year gold. So 2 years in a row, they picked my book. And that created things like last May, my book was given a free feature in Times Square. They pick 10 books a month and they do like a 15-second feature. And it was given that. And now it's being looked at to have a film created. I recently had an amazing film production company in California reach out to me that they'd like to do a film. But having an organization that gives medals to books around the world, I mean, it really just kind of took my breath away when I found out I was getting that bronze medal. It was huge. And I really think that's opened up a lot in people learning about my book, which I'm really grateful for.
I know that you've said that thoughts are more powerful than words. And I'd love for you to share about that with us and just how our thoughts help to make positive change in our life.
Because I believe our thoughts are the trigger of the words we speak. Our thoughts are the direction of the words that we speak, of what we create. Our thoughts are what we manifest. So our thoughts, which is inside, our words are just a vibration. It's what we speak. But our thoughts create the direction of our words and our actions and all of that. It's, our thoughts are really important and I think with goals, our thoughts can be goals. And something I've always said to my students, have our goals in one hand, what we're striving for, what we're working for. And that's a wonderful thing. Have that. But in the other hand, be wide open to what may manifest that you may not even have dreamed of. When I had first began doing interviews of others, doing a show, and I've been doing shows 9 years this year, and I was featured on the cover of the Women of Distinction magazine in New York, and then I was reached out to a news organization in New York, and they gifted me a feature in Times Square, an 8-story billboard for free. They do one every year, and I was picked. And I had never in my life dreamed of being featured in Times Square. So just having that hand open and open manifestation to just beautiful, positive manifestations, what we can say yes to in allowing to come into our lives. Just saying yes to happiness, to manifestation, positive things coming into our lives. That opens a door. And that's pretty exciting. Just open the door and see what beautiful things can come into your life and what beautiful moments you can create in your life. It may be cuddling with a pet, all our little happiness triggers. Those are beautiful, beautiful moments to cherish in our life.
What tips would you give us for opening our own path to amazing manifestation?
I would say myself, I do a morning prayer and I say yes to my health. I say yes to manifestation. I say yes to helping others, animals, the planet. Create your own little mantra or what you want to put out there. And so really it's just saying yes to that. So when you speak it, it's one thing to think it, but think it and also speak it. Get the vibration of your voice out there and say, I say yes to this. I say yes to my health. I say yes to positive manifestation. Put that out there every day and just put that out there and let attract, the beautiful things that we can attract in our lives. Just say yes to it. I accept it. I see it. It's there.
I love that. I love that. It's
Thank
really kind of
you.
just owning that power.
Yes. Yes. Yep. You are so right.
So, can you tell us about your show, which I love, Elevating Your Life with Paula Vail? Can you share about that with us?
Yes, it is on KMET AM radio in California and KMET TV, and then also on my YouTube channel. And I just absolutely love it. In the name of the show, Elevating Your Life, it's what it's all about. And I love sharing my amazing guests. And you are going to be a guest on my show coming up, which I'm real excited. But what an honor, being a show host, to interview and meet so many inspiring and informative people. Sometimes I just sit there and I just feel so blessed. Here I am being inspired, being informed, meeting, amazing people. There's so many good, wonderful people in our world. There really is. It's just such a joy and such an honor for me. I love it. And being a former restaurant girl, I love chatting with people.
Well, I understand that. I love chatting with people too, and it makes it so much fun. We get really the best
Yes.
seats in the house with being able to talk with the people we do.
Yes, yes, we really do. Yes.
Well, what role does positive energy and mindset, and what has that played in your life, both personal and professional? And because you really have had such a profound journey, I feel in many ways.
Yeah. I would say just it's made a huge difference. It's actually got me through my challenges, such as when I was running my restaurant, my husband passed away. So then I'm a single mother of, running a restaurant. I mean, just different challenges that I went through, but staying, and it was a struggle sometimes. I'll admit it was a struggle sometimes, but just making myself look at the positive in my life and enjoying the positive I'm doing for others, my serving my customers, and I feel with interviewing people that serving others, sharing my guests, that really made a difference for me in getting me through. And it just kind of kept me on the positive side instead of sinking down on the negative side, because we can go both ways. We really can.
I know it's so easy when life happens because we all have the
Mhm.
peaks and valleys, and then when we hit a valley, sometimes it can feel pretty low. And to
Yes.
go through your loss, and I'm so sorry for your loss, but to go through that and come out the other side, I think says a lot about you and the work that you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, where can our listeners and readers, where can they connect with you and be part of your community and learn more about all the great things you do, Paula?
They can learn more about me and connect through my website, wellnessinspired.com. My email is paula@wellnessinspired.com. On my website, they can find the link to my show, read a little more of my background, read about my books. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for, all the years. It's been 25 years now since I started my wellness inspired business, and it's just been a real joy for me. It's been wonderful to see and to connect with so many wonderful people.
Well, Paula, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Oh, thank you, Marianne. I am just honored. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you, Paula. It's been such an honor to spend this time with you and to talk about your book and work. Why Am I So Happy? The sign of true success is a happy heart. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.